It seems like every developer and publisher these days is trying to make an entry into the free-to-play market, and in today's video I want to highlight 10 upcoming free-to-play games that you really need to know about. Some major F2Ps are coming in 2020 and beyond, so without further ado, let's get right into it. And I want to start things off with Riot Games. Riot Games is making a big play into the free-to-play market. Of course, they already have League of Legends, but now they're bringing League of Legends Wild Rift, a multiplayer online battle arena being developed and published by Riot for Android, iOS, and consoles. It's an abridged version of the PC counterpart League of Legends. For a long time, people had always talked about, hey, is League of Legends possible to do on a console? We've seen other MOBAs on consoles, such as Smite and games like that. However, League of Legends, quite possibly, and I would think this is pretty definitive, the biggest MOBA in the world today, that game has not made the transition to consoles, and maybe it's something that Riot just couldn't comfortably make the base League of Legends game come over to consoles, but now they're creating a brand new game in Wild Rift, a simplified version, however still containing a lot of the League of Legends mechanics. You know, players compete in matches lasting anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes on average, so a little bit shorter in length. In each game mode, teams work together to achieve a victory condition, typically destroying the core building called the Nexus in the enemy team's base after bypassing a line of defensive structures called turrets or towers. Turrets, each lane is guarded by powerful defensive structures called turrets. Of course, that should be noteworthy to any of you guys that have played League. And then, of course, you have the Nexus that can only be damaged once all of the turrets in a lane are destroyed. Then it still continues a lot of the mechanics from League, jungle monsters, Rift, Baron Nashor, all that good stuff. To see how this ultimately makes the transition to consoles and mobile is going to be very interesting, and it should be out sometime in 2020. Next up, we have Phantasy Star Online 2, the latest in the Phantasy Star series that has been around for a very, very long time, developed and published by Sega. This has been out in Japan for quite a while, but now it's finally making its way over to North America. And the gameplay in Phantasy Star Online 2 is action-oriented and features a diverse selection of weapon types and playstyles for the player to choose. Obviously, there was Phantasy Star Online Universe on the Xbox 360. Phantasy Star has been around for quite a while, but this one coming over to the West is very exciting because this is a franchise more so associated with Japanese releases, and Western releases will happen, but they're a little bit few and far between, so if we can get some consistency rolling out, that would be great. It is scheduled to hit Microsoft Windows as well as Xbox One in Q2 of this year. Next up, circling back to Riot Games, they're also coming out with a Valorant. Valorant is an upcoming free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter done by Riot Games, and is the first game Riot Games has developed in the genre. The game was first announced with the codename Project A in October 2019. It is said to be released on PC with no console ports confirmed at this time, but hey, that could change in a blink of an eye. 2 teams of 5 play against each other. Players assume the role of agents with unique abilities and use an economy system to purchase utilities and weapons. Some people have drawn comparisons to Counter-Strike. Of course, the comparisons to Overwatch are going to be natural, but hopefully Valorant can carve its own path, as it is scheduled to be released sometime in the middle of 2020. Next up, we have another shooter in Caliber. Caliber is a game that we still don't know much about at this point, coming from 1C Game Studios and Wargaming. Wargaming's Caliber made a European debut at Gamescom 2019, and the first Wargaming title to be intended for a more mature audience. Caliber focuses on communication, coordination, and tactics above all. Each team is made up of 4 different operator roles. You have Assault, Support, Medic, and Sniper. Players can assume any of the roles and take on AI-controlled operatives in the PvE Spec Ops mode, or challenge themselves against other 4-strong teams in PvP. It's worthy to mention that Caliber isn't a Twitch reaction shooter. Only tactics will help you in this theater of war. Gameplay looks similar to other free-to-plays we've seen, but it'll be interesting to see how Caliber turns out. It should be out sometime in 2020. Next up, this is one that I'm very excited for. We have Galaxy in Turmoil. Galaxy in Turmoil's conceptual early access release is a free multiplayer combined arms game set in a brand new universe created by a team of volunteers. It's all about endless arms races, corporate espionage, and most of all, blasting up on the enemy faction and taking their stuff. Galaxy in Turmoil features flexible scenarios where you, the player, decide how to best complete your mission. Need to take down a shield generator to advance your team's objective, sneak in on foot and plant some remote explosives, or hop in a starfighter and carry out bombing runs. If you're so inclined, you can even grab a tank and storm into the enemy base. Want to disable that pesky capital ship that's scraping the upper atmosphere? Strap into a pilot seat and soar up to the clouds. The choice is yours. You've got Siege, Domination, Team Deathmatch, and much more features in Galaxy and Turmoil. Game was scheduled to hit early access in 2019. That obviously did not happen. Hopefully, it hits that sometime in 2020. Next up, we have Neon District Season 1. Free-to-play cyberpunk RPG like never before. Battle through procedural and story-driven missions to collect characters, gear, juice, and parts. Adapt quickly to increasingly difficult enemies and complex puzzles. Master the rich trading card game, battle mechanics, and grok tactics to survive in the district. This one, from a stylization standpoint, definitely captivates my interest, and it is a cyberpunk RPG adventure and flagship franchise developed by Blockade Games. Leverage the latest in decentralized technologies. Players battle to progress through a sci-fi dystopia and earn in-game items. Neon District Season 1 features a full single-player campaign filled with crime syndicates, oracles, cogs, genetic mods, winding plots, and a morally questionable cast of characters. Play through scores of missions and complete contracts to survive, and you'll find yourself falling deeper into the dark, seedy reality underlying the powers that be within Unity. Neon District Season 1 is scheduled for release in July of 2020. Next up, we've got a kart racer, KartRider Drift. KartRider Drift is the only free-to-play kart racer where arcade thrills, the fastest skilled competition, and deep kart and character customization awaits you on the track. No limits and all drift. This is KartRider Drift. Experience the newest free-to-play title in the popular franchise with over 300 million players. Discover the cross-platform multiplayer kart racer featuring high-definition Unreal Engine 4 graphics that is the most expansive, accessible, and competitive kart racing title ever. Grab the wheel for free, race together anytime and anywhere. KartRider Drift is easy to pick up and play across PC and Xbox with no paywalls. With local play, split screen, and online features, there's always a way for you to play completely free with friends across the globe. Racing never looked better. Take the lead. Kart racing evolved more than any other kart racing title. KartRider Drift is a living online multiplayer game that is always adding new karts, characters, skins, tracks, and customization options at regular intervals, plus huge seasonal content drops. Keep your garage stocked and skills sharp as the game grows over time. KartRider Drift is scheduled for release sometime in 2020. Next up, we have Heroes of the Multiverse coming from Team Yumi. Explore the dangerous realms of Leviathan with your friends, ride dragons, and soar the sky. Dive into the unfathomable waters, or even shapeshift into a strange tree. Do everything you must, for only those who survive to the end can be finally redeemed. Heroes of the Multiverse is an action game that doubles the thrill and fun of MOBA with Battle Royale. Explore the dangerous realm of Leviathan with your friends, ride dragons and soar the sky, dive into unfathomable waters, or even shapeshift into a strange tree. Do everything you must, for only those who survive to the end can finally be redeemed. The game touts infinite possibilities, fight against multiple opponents in unpredictable battles with surviving as the only purpose. The battle space has been expanded to an unprecedented extent. Use ambush, class perks, special abilities, or even the environment to create an advantage. The game map is full of elements that may affect your situation assessment or interfere with your established strategy, such as special terrains and the ability to climb trees and dive into waters. Distinctive characters, tactical views, believable physics, and changing environments are all included in the game, and Heroes of the Multiverse is scheduled for release sometime in 2020. Next up, we have Herogrinder Tactical Combat Arenas, the most ruthless game show of the 24th century, where contestants enter lethal tactical combat arenas with customized bioroided shoulders and measure their skills against each other in simultaneous turn-based PvP and co-op death matches. It's noted to be a game of strategic combat with a sinister agenda. The game notes male and female bioroids come in 3 sizes depending on their attributes. Each is custom created with abilities and skills you choose for their tactical advantage and your strategy. Bioroids progress in levels to gain new ability enhancements, which you can choose from over 500 options. You can also customize how your bioroid looks, including colors, textures, decals, accessories, and much more. So a customization layer will definitely be there, and how they'll implement that with other elements of the game would be interesting in terms of microtransactions and things like that. That's to be expected. You've got 1v1, 2v2, 1v1v1, 10-player deathmatch, and a 4v4 cooperative game mode as well. Herogrinder Tactical Combat Arenas does not have an official release date yet, nor a window, but hopefully it comes sometime in 2020. And lastly, we have Remedy Games' CrossfireX. Yes, Remedy is getting into the free-to-play market, which, if you're familiar with Remedy, doing titles like Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and Control, and now putting out a free-to-play game, a little bit of a shift, but hey, they're dipping their toes into more waters, and that's something I can't complain about. With a 10-year history history and 650 million registered players over the time, Crossfire is one of the most played PC games in the world. Two mercenary corporations, Blacklist and Global Risk. CrossfireX is being developed by Smilegate Entertainment based in Seoul, South Korea, and Remedy Entertainment are proud to be one of their development partners working on the single-player campaign for CrossfireX, so that's something to note as well. We still don't have a lot of information on CrossfireX, but it will be coming to the Xbox One sometime in 2020. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, a plethora of free-to-play games are coming in the very near future with major titles from Riot Games, Sega, and a lot of other studios and developers and publishers. Reason to be excited in the F2P market. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.